why I'm still afraid to quit my 9 to 5 job, but also planning to escape it. I see it everywhere. Quit your 9 to 5. Escape the rat race. Your job is holding you back. And honestly, I used to believe all of that. But here is the truth. I am still working a 9 to 5 job, and yes, I am still afraid to quit. Not because I don't want freedom, but because right now I actually still need the job.
Go to school, get a job, work hard, pay your taxes, save money, get out of debt, buy a house, and invest in the stock market. Everybody who follows that program has been brainwashed.
Hi, I am Max. In this video, I will break down why I am still having a 9 to 5 job and when I will quit. The internet made the 9 to 5 job looks like the worst thing in the world. Like if I have a job, I'm stuck, I'm not free, or I am wasting my life. But here is something important. Not all jobs are bad. Now let me clarify something first. What I'm going to say in this video may not apply to some jobs, especially jobs that take more than 9 to 10 hours a day, or jobs that are extremely stressful. Because if you have those kind of jobs, then you might be in a different situation. But for more than 90% of jobs, having a 9 to 5 job is actually an advantage. And here is why. The first thing I do when I get a job is I tell myself something very important. This job is temporarily, not because I hate the job, but because I don't want to depend on it forever. You know, you can treat it as a gas station. When I be towards my goal, I need to support myself with money, gasoline, to be able to reach my goal. So from day one, I already plan my escape. And in order to escape in the right way, I need to prepare myself first. Preparing financially, mentally, skills, because quitting my job too early can actually be very dangerous. When you quit your job too early, you don't just lose income, you also lose peace of mind. Because when you don't have a stable income, every small problem will make you panic. Your business is not growing fast enough, you panic. Your income drops 1 month, you panic. And you know those kind of unexpected expenses? Yes, those will make you panic too. And when you are in a panic mood, most of the time you will be making bad decisions. Maybe you get into a bad business idea, or maybe you invest in something without proper research, or you might give up too early because the pressure is too high. But when you still have a job, you will have a better thinking, you become more patient, you make smarter decisions, you build your business properly instead of rushing it. Because building a business is not a race, it's a long-term game. And in this long-term game, believe me my friend, you will need a stable income to support your business. And the more stable you are financially, the better decisions you will make. That is why, for me, keeping my 9 to 5 job right now is not slowing me down. It's actually helping me build faster and safer. Once I get a job, I immediately change how I treat my money. Because this is where most people make a huge mistake. If I ask most people with a 9 to 5 job, why don't you invest? They usually say something like, my salary barely covers my monthly expenses. But then, if I ask them, what are your monthly expenses? They usually say something like rent, Wi-Fi, electricity, food, and these things sounds okay. But then when I go deeper, that's when things start to change. Netflix subscription, Spotify subscription, daily expensive coffee, daily food delivery, buying games, buying clothes that you don't really need. And look, I'm not saying that you should not enjoy your life. No, you absolutely should. But if you are in the my salary barely covers my monthly expenses zone, then you need to cut unnecessary spending temporarily until you escape from this zone.
Regardless of your income level or how much money you have, everyone should be investing. But not everyone should be investing in the same things or asset classes.
Also, I try to play it smartly, such as making the coffee by myself, like most of the people are doing nowadays. That can lead to less expenses in the long term. Because here is the truth. Small expenses destroy big opportunities. You will not feel that damage of the small expenses when you spend it. But again, in the long term, it will make a big difference. That daily expensive coffee could become an investment in a long term. That monthly subscription could become a skill course. Those unnecessary spending could become my future business. Here is something I do differently. From the first day I get a job, I start investing, even if it's a small amount, because time is more important than amount. I also invest in something very important: high income skills, because skills can make you money forever. For example, learning video editing, learning animation, learning programming, learning content creation. These skills can turn into income. And here is a bonus tip: whatever you're doing or learning, please, my friend, use AI tools. Use AI to help you get the work done faster and better. Do not use AI to do all the work for you, but use it to speed up your process or enhance your results. And once I have an extra income, I am one step closer to quitting my job safely. This might surprise you, but keeping my 9-to-5 job right now is actually an advantage I can use, because it gives me something very powerful: consistent monthly income. And consistent income means stability. Stability helps me build my business safely, because here's something most people don't talk about. Most businesses today fail because of lack of money. I believe this is the biggest reason. Not because the idea is bad, not because the person is not talented, but because they do not have enough money to keep the business going. And if I quit my job too early, I increase that risk, because now my business must make a lot of money fast or it will fail. And that is a lot of pressure, to be honest. But when I am still having a job, I remove a lot of pressure. I can build slowly, I can test ideas, I can improve, I even can fail and still be okay. So here's my strategy. I will quit my job only when my business make the same amount of money as my job salary. When I clearly see that if I put more time into my business, I will make even more money, because at that point, time becomes more valuable than the job. That's when I can quit my job and go all in on my business. So yes, I'm still afraid to quit my 9-to-5 job today, not because I love working a job, it's because I am building my escape the smart way. And I believe you must have a job in the beginning of your journey. You should not depend on it forever, but you will need it to achieve your goals. So I will build my exit before I make my exit. And if you still don't have a job, I highly recommend you to have one, because it will actually teach you many skills, such as communicating or how to deal with people problems. Like this video to support me keeping up, and comment down below what is your current job. Watch this video to learn how to budget your money, and remember, I will always be cheering you on from afar.